It's the home of the Suns here in Phoenix, Arizona, as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the desert. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. For the Suns, they continue their stretch of home games.
And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
Harden up top. Over Gordon. Harden's shot is off. Here's Los Angeles now. It's a three-point game. Outside Gordon. Back to Richardson. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers need to get off a shot. They grab their own miss. Harden has a wide open look. And there's the rebound by Dedmon.
An obvious blunder by the defense that they get away with. Somebody's supposed to be checking him.
Outside Gordon. To the middle. Tipped away. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Harden. They get it back. It's tipped. And stolen by Richardson. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Still without a basket in the game. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Richardson. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Terrific anticipation by him, and that's why he's out on the court.
And how about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Now, here's Dedmon. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Terry outside. Just 5 on the clock. Richardson with it. Now guarded by Fox. It's Terry outside. Nice D from Williams. For the Suns, certainly a lot of chemistry questions, from coaching changes to unhappy players wanting out. Doris, how do they turn it around?
Well, you know this, Kevin. Organizations that win have great ownership and then great front office personnel. But the bottom line is it's about collecting great individual talent in the NBA. Because this is a players' league, Kevin.
Gallinari on the wing. Stolen by Terry. Pass to Dedmon. Now Richardson. Dedmon with it. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here's Richardson. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Really difficult to stick with an athletic big man like Aaron Gordon. On rolls to the rim, good luck.
Harden. Porzingis with the block.
Kristaps Porzingis, standing 7'3". He's played power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future, it could be at the center position.
Well, what a pleasure to have a 7-footer who you can play through, because Kristaps Porzingis, that nice shooting form, carries over to the free throw line. That is crucial.
Harden's shot is off. And with Porzingis having the ACL tear, Greg, maybe losing some of his lateral quickness, perhaps accelerating his move to the 5.
I mean, part of his rehab was hitting the weights and just adding strength. I think, if anything, his offensive skill set, though, even more impactful at the 5.
But they'll get another chance. And here's Harden for 3. Phoenix, no good that time either.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
The Clippers in the past few seasons, Greg, have completely overhauled their roster. They are making some serious changes here.
Practically nobody from the team 2 years ago is still with the franchise. It was a complete teardown, and they felt they needed to hit the reboot button. Jerry West knows what he's doing, though, and he's done this before with great success.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And it's the Clippers' ball. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2. Pass to Moore. Inside. And that one is hammered home.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they've been aggressive and assertive right from the opening tip. They've seized command of this game. Let's see what happens.
Harden left side. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the first. Three-pointer. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. 12 points for James Harden.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now, and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
It's Adebayo, top of the key. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Rozier's got the ball.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Moore outside to the inside. Low block shot on the way. Here's Adebayo. And the bank shot is good. Adebayo's got 6 points. Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you 3 men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those 3 men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button. You wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you. Back to Harden. And he drops it in from the low post. Harden's got 21.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Here is Forbes. He's got 5. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
The offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Well, they haven't had to force anything. They're simply moving the ball and working for the best available shot.
Pass to Green. And the rejection by Jang.
Well, the timing, a very natural aspect of what Gorgui Dieng does on the defensive end.
The Clippers look good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And he makes both free throws. Gorgui Dieng, the 21st pick in 2013 out of Louisville. He's more than lived up to that selection.
Well, let's remember, this is a national champion we're talking about. The Louisville Cardinals won it with him anchoring them defensively. He's also shown a nice shooting touch in the mid-range game in the professional leagues. But I think it's his defense that still remains the strength of his game.
Right wing. Near the three-point line. It's Moore. The good-looking shot from the wing. Moore's got 10 points. Pass to Harden. From deep three-point range. Forbes with the rebound.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. Suns trail by 13. To the middle. Moore with the steal. Pass to Green. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
The shot's good from Forbes. Forbes has got 7 now in this quarter.
I tell you, get the feeling he's only going to get better as this game wears on. That first quarter was good. His second quarter has been great.
Count that bucket.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
There's 53 seconds left now here in the second. Wilson. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And Phoenix with another turnover here.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
Clippers leading by 15. And here's Richardson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Back to Gordon. And then jammed down right as he goes over Marjanovic.
Wow, the tenacity of Aaron Gordon, the athleticism is just amazing.
Payton looking around. And here's Harden for three. Harden missing again. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Clippers. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. 9 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Harden. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter.
And well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Clippers leading by 18. The Suns front office have said it's time to raise the bar. Doris, the rebuild can go on only so long. They don't want a losing mentality to set in.
Well, we've heard this before, Kevin, right? The open letter to fans in 2016 promising to turn it around. But in the end, it's not about words. It's about wins.
Back to Fox. Pass to Harden. From deep. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Now here's Richardson. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about the height and the length and the athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis? Barely has to jump to throw that down.
Gallinari. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
With college basketball expanding the three-point arc out to FIBA range, Doris, does that set the table, you think, for the NBA to move its arc, their three-point shooting line, out as well?
I think one of the things that I would like to see, Kevin, is a more unified game across countries, right? We've talked about the NBA and basketball in particular becoming a more global game. I think one thing that I'd really love to see at the lower levels of basketball in the formative stages is young players have to play with a shot clock. Because what that forces those players to do is be three-tool players. Under duress of a shot clock, you better be able to put the ball on the deck, make a pass, or take a shot. So I think the more we can normalize a set of international rules, the better basketball is going to be long-term.
Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
Well, they're certainly connecting on a lot of shots in this second half, generating high percentage looks and really cashing in.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton.
Norman Powell.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Terry outside. Lob pass to Gordon. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
Harden outside. Suns moving the ball around. Back to Payton. With the shot. Harden, no good.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
The three-pointer is right on target.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Down low. Shot to stop the run. And he lays it up and in. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Richardson with it. Now Payton defending. The wide open look here for Terry. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Pass to Williams. Payton outside. Let's go. Harden's shot is off.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Outside Gordon. Richardson gets a wide open look. The Clippers rebound. Shot's good by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 11 points.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities.
You know, I think he senses a team on the ropes, and he's looking to put them away. That killer instinct is shining through once again.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
So, for the Clippers. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Forbes. But they get it back. The Clippers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:24 left in the third. Payton outside. Pass to Harden. Over Moore. And it's good from the elbow. 34 points for James Harden. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Pass to Jang. Back to Rozier. Six on the shot clock. Harden, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here are the Suns now. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Adebayo. Moore outside. Takes the three. Nailed from three-point land. Moore's got 13 points. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
I think sometimes that's all it takes, right? We'll see if it helps them moving forward in this one.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Fox with it. Inside. Harden. That's good. Harden's got 38 points.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
To the wing right side. Pass to Green. 5 on the clock. Here is Forbes. Fox with the steal. Harden outside. Now Fox. Back to Harden. Moore with the steal. Here's Forbes. Takes a three. Cans it from downtown.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Bates-Diop. Wilson with the block. And stolen by Jang. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
Harden hits them both. Doris for both charting game action and improving player health. The players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like it. The shot's good.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Free throw good. James Harden. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Here is Forbes. Outside Wilson. 6 to shoot. Here's Adebayo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. No good on the free throw. We know James Harden joined Durant and Westbrook in winning league MVP honors, Doris. Had those 3 stayed together in Oklahoma City, is there any doubt in your mind that they would have won at least one NBA championship?
Well, you think back to the time they worked together, and they did go to an NBA Finals and ended up being eliminated by LeBron James and the Miami Heat. So obviously, you like the opportunity they would have had to go to more. And let's give a little credit to the great GM of the Oklahoma City franchise, Sam Presti, who is responsible for the drafting of 3 MVP candidates. That in and of itself is quite remarkable. But you know this, Kevin. Success and failure, there is such a fine line. And there's a tenuous nature to things, an injury at the wrong time. So many times this trio was tripped up by an untimely situation. So, I mean, if they stay together, yes, you like their chances, but this is why history states otherwise.
Here is Forbes. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there. And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage a look as you can really get.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
A baseline J, and the shot falls short this time.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Harden's got room. Not going to go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Outside Wilson. It's hauled in by the Suns. And here is Fox. Pass to Harden. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Harden's got 47 points.
And Fox is a solid passer, knows how to get the ball to his guys when they're ready to let it go.
Moore outside. Green with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got 49 points in the game.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
Stolen by Wilson.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Clippers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
Doris, last year the NBA signed a deal to broadcast G League games on the internet channel Twitch.
Well, you know Adam Silver is always looking at new methods for broadcasting this great league and the G League. And I think we live in an era of an increasingly digital world. The next generation views their platforms in non-traditional, non-linear fashion. So to me, this is really smart decision-making.
I know you're a big Twitch watcher yourself. You subscribe, and like me, you love the G League.
I'm always twitching.
That free throw, no good.
At the line for your Suns.
Second free throw, no good. Here now the Clippers. And it's Gordon penetrating. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
Well, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
And the 3 ball is good.
And finally finding a rhythm, but unfortunately a little too late.
Well, you wonder if they can use the momentum they built here into the next game, because this one looks over.
Clippers ball.
Well, that's an example of two teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Back to Richardson. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Richardson. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up.